Hi Scorpio, thank you for joining me here. This is gonna be your inner compass soul connection reading, and I'm only gonna be using one kind of tarot deck, which is I'm using Good Tarot, and I already got the jumpers on the table. I didn't. It just takes me a lot of time to shuffle with this card, so and let's see how it goes. Okay, we have King of Water, we have Six of Water, we have ten of Water. Scorpio, this is definitely your reading. Look at this. Water, 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 all of this. Six of Water, your card. All of this actually. Then you got Strength. These two actually came together. And then we have Nine of Fire. Then we have Three of Air. Then we have Messenger of Earth. And then we have Seven of Air. Okay, alright. Let's see what we can get from here. Scorpio, there is no doubt that this is a connection that is extremely deep and insightful. Insightful not in the sense of knowledge, but in the sense of having that understanding of other person. You feel like you know this person like forever. It doesn't have to be that way. It's like you see them, you see through them. And it's like this. I'm looking at this and I feel like this is your energy, King of Water. You look at them and you don't have to look at them physically, but you think of them, and the moment you feel them, it feels like almost like a very, there is a childlike sensation, there is a childlike nobility that brings to you, that comes to you, and you feel like you need to, it almost like it feels so tender and gentle. It feels like that you need to protect it from the rest of the world. There is a sense of protectiveness because you really love. It's like, I don't know, and I'm looking at this card and I'm getting this sense that you are like, almost like you feel like they are just fragile even though they are not. Your love towards them is feels so tender, and they brings this sense of tenderness so profoundly. It feels like you need to protect those feelings with your own hand, and it's like it's a lot of tenderness I'm getting from this card. Lot of tenderness I'm getting from this card. You feel like you know them forever. And with this Nine of Fire, I feel like these two are interlinked. You see them, you see their soul. You really do. You see their soul. And they know it. They feel that. I feel like this Nine of Fire is shared energy between you two. You look at them and you feel like you are seeing through like seeing at their soul, and they feel that energy, and they feel like their soul has finally been understood by someone, and it feels and they feel certain kind of ignition inside. It inspires them. I feel like they are going through a little bit of downtime on their own. So when they feel that energy from your side, that their soul is being seen by someone, they feel very energetic. Maybe not externally, but internally, they feel like they can be themselves again. They can be that child. And when I say child, it doesn't have to be, it's like a new finding joy and happiness not by naivety but by wisdom, but by feeling that this wisdom that darkness does not prevail for a long time. That wisdom comes to them and they feel ignited and inspired. I don't know how you transmit this energy. I have a feeling that maybe on like in practicality, maybe you guys are not that much intimate as you are intimate on your soul level. Because this six of water, look at this. I feel like you look this person, I feel like this is your energy. You looking at this fish, and the moment you look at this fish, which is them, they feel that, and they are also simultaneously looking at that fish, and they see this reflection of themselves. It's like them, and they feel like you are looking at them. It's like, how I don't know how to explain this synchronicity. It's like a very, you guys are energies are very synced. It's like almost you're looking at the full moon at the sky, and that person may be somewhere else, but they are also looking at the full moon at the same time, and it feels like a shared energy. It feels like that no distance is there in between, and you two are sharing a moment by looking at this moon intimately and intimate and bonding intimately between two of you. And does that make sense? It feels like whenever you think of them, whenever you feel them, they feel it, and they feel that you are, they look at this and they see themselves. But I feel like that there is a certain sense of, they feel a lot. If you are any doubt whether they feel or not, I will assure you that they feel a lot. But the thing is, I really feel that there is a sense of longing there, but at the same time there is a sense of sorrow at their end. They feel like they cannot, somehow they cannot submit to it. It's not that they don't love you, it's not that something like that. It's like something, some kind of, like, look at this three of air underneath, you know, it's like this. They feel there is a sense of heartache, there is a sense of sorrow. They find a lot of comfort and lot of assurance just by energetically receiving your love. But it's like it's kind of almost debilitating for them to really put their feet into the water. But they adore, they feel in their skin, in their bones, whenever you feel them energetically. This energy transmutes. But there is a lot of heartache at the center of this person. Let me see. What is this heartache? Why? They feel like they feel like this love is so strong. They feel like they're gonna lose it. It feels like it's so much that they cannot contain it. And that breaks their heart. It does. They feel like that love so beautiful, connection that is so energetically charged, cannot survive in this brutal exterior world. With all this little crown there, I'm really feeling that they really, it's nothing else other than they feel like that they see the hardcore reality of the world. Maybe, you know, they have seen lot of beauty getting smashed in the real world, and that breaks their heart. They are very, very sensitive. They are very, very sensitive, and they feel like this beauty cannot, it's like almost like this world does not deserve your your love, and they want to protect that. They want to protect it from this harsh reality outside. They hold a lot of pain, pain related to, they pray, they wish every day that world is a better place. But the thing is, like they might have got a lot of hardcore reality, like hardship. That's why they are so protective. But you are more confident, and you see them. There is a sense of playfulness in you as well. They are more like, like deep. I mean, you both are deep, but they are more, because they have gone through a lot of real time hardship. It's very hard for them to be this, look at this kind of playfulness in their eyes that you hold. You also, but I feel like you understand world, external world, more with your wisdom, and kind of detach yourself from this external hardship. But they are still in the process to do that, and they kind of combine these two worlds, and that breaks their heart. They feel like how something so beautiful can survive in the. Okay, now I'm looking at it, now I'm looking at, look at this little fire in the. It's actually not fire, it's like a reflection of the sun, but it looks like a dark smoke. It really, I'm getting that. It feels like something so beautiful. How it gonna survive once it open the shell and it's gonna go out? How this gonna survive this ugliness this world consumes and produce constantly? They have a lot of faith. They used to have a lot of faith in humanity. They used to have a lot of faith in people. But I feel like people in general, like it doesn't have to be somebody near or closer. It's like in general, like world in general, life in general, disappointed them again and again. And they feel like, how can you hold such a beauty when you are constantly procreating hate, constantly procreating anger, constantly procreating destruction? How can you hold beauty when in such a beauty like this? That's where their heart, breaks. It breaks. But you are more playful, and you more playful you are, more you have faith, more you have trust in this bonding, and more you project that trust into that there is, we can be, it's fine, we can protect. You are also very protective about this. That's why you feel so fragile, because you understand their heart, you feel their heart so deeply that whenever they feel heartache, you, it breaks your heart. That's why you are so protective about them. And you being more playful and more confident about the external world makes them feel more confident about themselves as well. They see the fire, they see the purpose. Look at this, it's like a tin of water right after that. It's like, I feel like that's the confirmation. You both know that this kind of love only can lead to tin of water, nothing else. There will be a bliss, there is this kind of sense of bliss and calmness and serenity. But they also know that in order to really make it into this tin of water, which is like beyond our senses realm, beyond our what we feel inside, and then bring it to the world of existence with a material, conjunction. They know that in order to do that, they need to have this strength. They need to have this strength. You both need to have this strength. I feel like you are a little bit ahead of them in terms of when it comes to honing your strength. And what is strength here? Here the strength is that understanding that life is your garden. There will be a lot of people, maybe thousands of people, maybe disproportionately, you know, people who try to bring weeds in your garden, but it's your garden and you have the full autonomy and full power to create the garden you want to create. That kind of self assertiveness, that is what the strength is here. And they need that because they are so sensitive. They feel like they see all these people, maybe, I'm getting the energy from them. Like, let's say they watch like news on the TV or somewhere, or like on like internet, like it doesn't have to do they don't those news doesn't have to be related to them, but they see all this hatred around that people, like how they are. It really affect them. It really affect them. They cannot just detach those kind of energy from themselves. They it really affect them. And that's why you feel so protective, and it's just winning your heart. Like every moment you feel like, oh my god, this tulip that I wanna protect with my heart, soul, mind, everything, that kind of energy I'm getting. But honing that energy, like, it's actually tough thing to do because they are so sensitive. They cannot really disassociate themselves from the external activities that going on. But here the strength is asking them and you, but you are already doing it far better than they are doing. But they're like, they are gonna be killings, they are gonna be beating up, they are gonna be jealousy, envy, hatred, all these negative things outside, because that's how world exists. Without conflict, world doesn't exist, even though you're all looking for this harmony, because that's what the balance is. But without darkness, light does not exist. So accept that darkness, but that darkness, if you bring that darkness into your life, you won't be able to see the light that you hold. And you are extremely beautiful person, whosoever this person is here. It's like you are so sensitive, you are like sponge, you are like take all this energy from outside, and you feel drowned with this. And you feel like, how can I protect this kind of beauty of love outside? So the strength is telling you there are gonna be things. I'm not gonna tell you that world is all in one. There are gonna be negativity, there are gonna be positivity. But you have to, it will take some time for you, but you cannot fight negativity with negativity. You have to fight negativity with positivity. There are gonna be all this energy outside, but if you bring that energy inside, then you are actually feeding into this cycle. So you need to have that strength so that you can hold this goodness that you already have inside. It's like, in a very simple way, in a nutshell, it's like toughening up. But I don't like that. Why toughening up? Don't be rigid, but understanding why you need to detach some time in order to protect what you actually want to see in this world. Because if you don't detach, you are actually submitting to something that you don't want to see in this world. You want this love to bloom, of course, with the tin of water. But if you are feeding into this thing that world doesn't understand, that you are becoming those people who also does not give chance to love. Maybe their motivation and intention different. Maybe they don't believe in love. They feel like love is bullshit. It's all about making money. It's all about winning over one another. But at the end of the day, output is they're also not giving chance to love, and you are also not giving chance to love because you are affected by those things. You need to understand that your intention is different than those intentions. So if you feed into your intention, then light gonna come like the nine of fire. And I truly believe, Scorpio, that your attitude towards life actually bring a lot of confidence in them. You are more positive. It's like they are also positive, it's just they are very sensitive. So that's what I have to say with the strength and ten of water. And look at this, we also got messenger of earth and the seven of air. Yeah, it's just a reputation. And they also know there is in order to really, earth is all about turning that spirituality, turning our heart based intention into reality, material reality. Everything is real. Our dream is real, our feelings is real, our emotion is real, our activity in material life, like I'm touching this table, I'm touching this card, these are the material activity, those are also real. But if you only think these are also real, like where the senses are involved, that's gonna be very minimized thought. Everything is real. This is a material reality, and those are the soft reality who's everything real. So they know that in order to make this thing into turn into something, a material reality, they have to go through a gate, messenger of earth, who is gonna ask them, and both of you, are you completely in? Are you holding any kind of doubt? It's gonna ask them, and that's why they feel like they won't be able to answer it honestly, because they feel like this, like external world is kind of chewing them inside, and they feel like they will be wearing a mask. And this connection, any kind of mask, any kind of pretension, I don't think they are not at all pretending kind of person. But I'm saying that they know that they have to be completely in this water. You see that how longfully they're staring at them. They know that they have to completely immerse themselves in the water in order to really grow with this beauty that its love holds. But they also know there are so many things outside that's gonna question them, that's gonna ask them, that's gonna tell them, oh, you think that you can do it? Look at the outside, people are dying, people are killing, people are doing this, they don't, all this kind of negative thoughts. And those negative thoughts does not originate from themselves. It's like they kind of absorb from outside. Like I said during the strength card, that's what they need to battle. But they also know that they cannot go in without having that strength. But your love actually gives them a lot of strength. Nine of fire, which is like standing for oneself, looking at one's own soul, light up soul, which has so much potential to light them up. They see that. This seven of swords, like swords in general tarot, and this is air. It's not them, it's not their mental block. It's just, they're like sponge. They may be very empathetic, very very empathetic. They tune with other people emotion and feelings, like almost like theirs. And this reality, asking material reality, asking them, don't put that mask on. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Seriously, I'm getting that. This person is like almost like asking them, don't be afraid, your intention is different. Don't produce the same output like those people who you are not in approve with. By getting their energies, by soaking their energy so intimately and letting that affect you, you are actually producing the same output. Don't be afraid. Okay, Scorpio, I think that's all I got from you. I hope to see you next time. Take care. Bye.